Thanks, Jake. I appreciate you. All right. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining today. Whoops, grab this case there. How y'all feeling? Kind of cool. We woke up to all that snow. I was not ready for it, but it came for us anyway. It is. They're loving it. Well, I'm so happy to be here. My name is Taylor. I'm subbing for Andrea today for Slow Flow. And what a perfect way to celebrate and really slow down. We live in a world of faster, more now. And so it's really valuable that we can step into our yoga mats to really embody this now moment. Yeah. So last week we were talking about staying present, sort of stepping into the moment through the breath. And we'll continue that by embracing into the heart space today. I don't know about you, but I tend to live a lot of my life up here, leading through my mind or from my stomach. It leads me in a lot of ways. And so it's really a valuable thing to step into the heart space. And so we can begin with a mudra. This is called the heart polishing mudra. So you take your fingers, interlace them, and then place them on your heart. Begin to close your eyes here. Beginning to drop in, welcoming yourself into this space. Beginning to notice your breath. Feeling beneath your hands the gentle rhythm of your heartbeat. And begin to allow the awareness to drizzle down from your brain into your heart space. I like to think of this almost as an hourglass type of movement. The sand gently trickling down from the mind into your heart. And with each inhale, allow the area of the heart to expand or blossom open. With each exhale, as your heart area deflates, allowing the breath to freely flow out. And then beginning to invoke a sweet, strong, positive emotion of love. Maybe imagining a situation or person or a memory that stimulates a positive, happy emotion. And allow that to saturate the entire heart chamber. The idea here is to touch into high vibrational joy, starting with a thought and growing into a feeling, allowing this feeling to grow inside your heart. Beginning to find this coherence with brain and heart as you allow yourself to connect within. Bringing any intention you would like to embody for our time together. Perhaps you would like to bring an energy in, or perhaps you would like to release something. And then we'll take a cleansing breath together. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, side out. Once more, inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. You can begin to release your heart polishing. Move your hands by your side. With your exhale, drop your chin towards your chest, drawing the shoulder blades softly away from the ears, beginning to find a stretch along the back of your neck. With the in-breath, bringing the right ear to right shoulder, softening the shoulders away from the ears, taking a moment, deep breath into your left side neck. With the exhale, you can move through center. Maybe pause in the center here for a breath. And then as you're ready, the inhale, left ear towards left shoulder, finding space along the right side of your neck. Moving with your breath back through center in these half circle movements, taking as much time, moving as slow as feels right for you. If you come across any tension or tightness, taking a pause there and bringing a big breath into that space. Giving yourself permission to really slow down. To really drop into this now moment with each breath. Finding a few more semicircles here as you move. Finding space in the neck. And then once you feel balanced from right side to left, we'll meet back in a neutral seated position. You can take your right hand, place it beside you. Inhale, left hand reaches up and over, finding space along your left side. Big breath in and out here. Inhale draws you through center. Exhale, left hand reaches down, right arm reaches up and over. Big breath into your right side. Inhale back through center. Exhale, right hand down, left hand reaches up and over, finding space here. Exhale back through center, left hand grounds down, right hand reaches up and over. Big breaths into the right side here. Inhale, come back through center, arms find at a T. Big breath in as you lengthen, and then exhale, begin to twist towards your right. Right hand can ground behind you. With each inhale, finding length through the spine, and exhale to twist. With the next breath in, moving through center, big breath in. And with your exhale, finding your twist onto the left side. Deep breaths here. And with your inhale, rising back through center. And begin to walk your hands out in front of you. Maybe you find your way down to your forearms, finding a little space along the back. Chin can drop here. Inhale, begin to rise back up. If you're in a cross-legged position, just go ahead and switch the sides. And then we'll exhale, find your way down once more. Beautiful. Inhale, coming back through center. And we'll make our way into child's pose. So a block for a little support is great here. If you like, under your sit bones, or for our friends at home, maybe a pillow or anything, a blanket. And you can have toes to touch, knees can be wide, or if it feels better to have knees together. And then begin to make your way all the way down, finding your child's pose that feels right for you. Maybe your hands reach out in front. Maybe it feels good to have your hands behind you. Or maybe elbows bend, hands, and reverse prayer. Beginning to drop in here. Finding your deep inhale. In the chaos of modern life and the constant fluctuations of our mind, it can be difficult to remember the sublime sanctuary that lies within. Yet, it is always there. Beneath the ceaseless activity, there is endless, vast spaciousness that restores and connects us to something greater, something that exists outside of time. Some refer to this as eternity. Within the sanctuary, sacred sound is felt rather than heard. The sacred sound is the reverberating heartbeat of the entire universe. Your heartbeat rhythm sounding within the universe's heartbeat. From here, you can stay in your child's pose, or if you would like to find a little space along the side, you can begin to walk your hands over towards the right. Deep breaths in as you create space between your ribs and hips here. Bringing your breath into your awareness as you find ease and stillness here. And gently making your way, hands back through center, perhaps pause in the center for a breath. And then as you feel ready, making your hands way over towards the left side of your mat, finding space along the right side. Taking 2 more full breaths here. And then as you're ready, making your way back through center. And beginning to rock forward and up, coming into all fours, tabletop position, hands right under shoulders, knees right under hips. You can spread your fingertips wide and then draw your thumbs in about 1/3 of the way. Begin to move through your cat-cow with the in-breath. Release your heart towards the earth. And with your exhale, rounding through your spine, pressing into your hands. And moving slowly here. Beginning to find any intuitive movement that feels good. Maybe swaying the hips from side to side, finding spinal C curves. Might feel good to make circles with the hips. Perhaps rocking forwards and backwards with your cat-cow. Beginning to explore the sensation. Noticing here if there is any tension or tightness. And if you find that, taking a moment to pause there and bring a deep breath in to that space. Taking a few more rounds of breath with movement here, finding balance. And then we'll meet back in a neutral tabletop. Right leg will reach back behind you, toes to meet your mat. With your exhale, begin to press back through your heel, finding sensation along your calf. If your wrists become a little tired, you can always drop down into the forearms here. Bringing your breath into your calf. Good. With your next breath in, reach the foot up. And then exhale, place it over your left foot, crossing over. Look over the left shoulder. Finding some room. Inhale, lifting the foot back through center, meeting back in a tabletop position. If you would like to cat-cow to neutralize here. And then we'll move on to the other side. Left leg reaches back, toes meet your mat. With the exhale, press your heel back towards the back of your mat, finding sensation in your calf. Bringing your deep inhale to that space. With your in-breath, leg can lift. Exhale, cross your foot over the right. Gaze goes over the right shoulder. Big breath in as your leg meets back in a tabletop position, maybe finding a cat-cow here. And then with your in-breath, rising up onto your knees. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, find your forearms to your mat. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, hips towards heels, child's pose. And moving through this as slowly as you like with your inhale, rise up onto the knees, arms reach up. Exhale, bringing your forearms to your mat. Inhale, find tabletop. Exhale, hips towards heels, child's pose. Move through this one more time. Inhale, rise up onto your knees, arms reach up. Exhale, begin to bring your forearms down to the mat. Inhale, find tabletop. Exhale, release, finding child's pose. Draw your knees together here. And then send your arms back, forehead reaches, drops down into the mat. Taking 3 full rounds of your breath here. And then with your next inhale, slowly begin to rise. We'll meet in a tabletop position. You can tuck your toes, press into your hands as you lift your hips, finding your down dog. And then shorten your stance here in your down dog. Maybe bend your knees pretty generously. See if you can relax your shoulder blades away from your ears. And then with your exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet. Keep a generous bend of your knees here. Find a forward fold. Head falls heavy. Maybe shaking the head yes or no gently. Maybe hand grasp opposite elbow. It might feel good to sway from side to side here. And then go ahead and grab your blocks handy. You have those. Or if you're at home and you have no blocks, you can always just rest your hands on your thighs here. If you do have blocks though, bringing your weight out in front onto the blocks. And then begin to straighten your left leg, bend the right knee. And then rotate, straightening the right leg, bending your left knee. Taking just a few breaths here to slowly awaken the back of your legs, hamstrings. And then bending both knees, fold forward, let it all go. Inhale, find a lift and lengthen halfway. Lift. Crown of the head reaching towards the top of the room, front of the room. Big breath in and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise to standing, move slow, take your time, arms reach up. Exhale, draw the hands home to your heart. Take a moment to close your eyes as you connect into the root of your feet, imagining there is roots growing from the bottom of your feet, connecting down deep into the core of the earth. Allowing any energy that you would like to release to be transported into Mother Earth's magma core, where she can transmute and refine. With the in-breath, allow yourself to grow a little taller through the crown of your head. Soften your shoulders. Notice your heartbeat here. And with your breath in, arms reach up. Exhale, take your time as you begin to fold forward. You can bend your knees here. Inhale to lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly rise, standing. Arms reach up, maybe bringing your gaze up, finding a gentle back bend here. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, palm your mat, and we'll step back to a modified plank pose. You can draw a blanket under your knees if you like a little extra support. Big breath in, and with your exhale, begin to lower down. And we'll meet in a Sphinx pose here. So drawing the elbows right under your shoulders. If it feels good for your feet to go a little wider, that's good too, or hips width apart. See if you can gently draw the shoulder blades down away from the ears. Keeping your gaze down, keeping the back of the neck long. With your exhale, option to drop your chin all the way down towards your chest. And either finding stillness here, or it might feel good to inhale, bring the gaze up slowly. Exhale, releasing the chin. Taking a few breaths here. And then as you are ready with your exhale, begin to lower all the way down. Make a little pillow with your hands here. Place your forehead on the hands, maybe bend the knees. Rock your heels, your feet from side to side gently. And then bringing your hands near your shoulders, tuck your toes, pressing into your hands, lifting up through tabletop, send your hips to your heels, child's pose. And then we'll inhale, find down dog. We'll just use this as a transition to walk your feet all the way up to your hands, and then find a seat. Bringing the soles of the feet together. If you would like to use blocks under the knees here. And then option to either lower all the way down onto your mat, or if you would like to utilize a bolster or a blanket under your hip, we'll come into reclined butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana. And then placing maybe your left hand over your heart, perhaps your right hand on the belly. Or maybe it feels good to bring both hands to the heart. Taking a moment to allow yourself to fully surrender here. Dropping down into your heart space. It is through your heartbeat that you experience a love that is more than preference or attachment. This is a love that inspires, energizes, and moves us to create, even beyond what we once thought was possible. Your love for life and the quest for what is truly fulfilling. These are sacred urges that rebel against fear and promote passion for being alive. They flow through your blood and can be felt within the beating of your heart. There is the way of the mind, which can make mountains out of molehills, even when it thinks it's turning mountains into molehills. And then there's the way of your heart. It is the subterranean that moves subtly beneath obstacles, intelligently shifting with exquisite sensitivity, sensing the way forward. The heart's intelligence, though, cannot be seen as we know in the same way that we do allow our mind to direct us. In order to move from the heart, we have to remain open to listen, to hear the intelligence of your heart. Taking 3 more full, deep in and out breaths here. And as you feel ready, gently beginning to urge your knees back together. You can knock the knees together and then begin to walk your feet out wide, maybe the width of your mat. The knees knocking together gently. And then maybe taking your arms and giving yourself a big hug here. Taking a moment to send a ray of gratitude into your heart space, into your body, which allows you to have this experience of being human. Thank you. And then gently drawing the knees in towards the chest, maybe bringing your hands to your knees. Feels good to rock from side to side here. And then as you're ready, you can bring both legs straight up towards the sky. Feet can flex and point. Ankles can roll in circles. Maybe gently beginning to straighten the legs to feel a little more sensation along your hamstrings. And then bending both knees, reaching your hands for your ankles or the bottom of your feet, finding a happy baby here. It might feel good to gently rock from side to side. You may find you would like to straighten one leg and then the other. Taking just a few moments here with your breath, deep breaths in and out. And then draw your knees together, placing your feet back down on the mat. And we'll set up for a supported bridge pose. So if you have your block handy or bolster, if you're at home, maybe a pillow or a blanket under the hips for a little support. As you're ready, inhale, lift your hips, placing your block right underneath your sacrum. And then option to knock your knees together, feet wide if that feels good, allowing yourself to surrender, to let go, to really release into this space. We know that our mind sees, it plans, it strategizes, and yet our heart feels, responds, senses. When we walk the path of the heart, we must feel and respond rather than plan our way. Will you give yourself permission to trust your heart and drop into it? Allow your heart to lead you and to trust in what you feel. Taking 3 more full rounds of your breath here. And then as you feel ready, beginning to press into the feet, lifting your hips, removing any props under your sits bones, coming down all the way into your mat. May feel good to draw the knees into your chest. Maybe the head reaches towards your knees, curling up into a little ball, perhaps rocking from side to side, giving your low back a little massage. And then go ahead and place your left foot down on your mat and cross your right leg over. Kind of like you're sitting in a chair, right leg will be over. And then with your inhale, bring both knees up towards your chest. Maybe your hand clasps on your knees. And then bring your thighs both to touch so you can cross your leg all the way down. Yep. Beginning to breathe deeply into the sensation you feel here. Taking 3 more full rounds of your breath here. Inhale, begin to unwind your legs. Maybe send both feet up straight towards the sky. Point, flex your toes, roll your ankles. And then as you're ready, right leg can meet, right foot into the mat, left leg crosses over, thighs meet. And then you can begin to gently draw the knees in towards the chest. Maybe placing your hands on your knees here, or maybe grabbing hold of your ankles. Finding your deep breath. Gently drawing your awareness from the mind and into the heart space. Three more deep breaths here. And then as you feel ready and balanced, beginning to unwind the legs, maybe sending the feet both straight up to the sky. And then you can plant the soles of your feet down into your mat and gently begin to sway your knees to the left and to the right. Maybe placing your hands on your hips here to ground them down. Moving slowly with your breath. And then we'll set up for a twist. So you can take your arms out wide to a T. It might feel good to bend your elbows here, finding a cactus arm. And then option to grab a block in between your knees if you'd like a little extra support. Deep breath in, and with your exhale, begin to drop your knees over to the right. Maybe they fall onto the floor or maybe onto a block or a pillow or any type of prop here. Gaze might stay up towards the sky, or you might find your gaze over to the left. Notice if there is anywhere you are holding on, and see if you can allow your exhale to release, to surrender. And begin to feel that your mind is learning to follow the guidance of your heart, rather than trying to plan and sort everything out in advance. Allowing your mind to become more relaxed and trusting. Taking 3 more full rounds of your breath here. And then as you're ready, making your way back through center, maybe feels good to neutralize by rocking side to side or drawing the knees into your chest for a moment. And then as you feel ready, making your way onto the other side with your exhale, allowing your knees to drop over to the left. As you allow your heart to beat in harmony, you become connected with the heart of all existence. You lead from your heart with love and know that no matter what appears, it is all unfolding according to a greater love. And taking 2 more full rounds of your breath here as you find balance from right to left sides. And then as you feel ready, beginning to make your way, knees back through center. And taking a few moments here to find yogi's choice. So taking a moment to listen in and notice anything that your body might be asking for in preparation for your final rest. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Taking a few moments here And then as you feel ready, as you feel balanced, beginning to take up space on your mat. The feet can be wide, allowing the toes to splay out. Maybe it feels good to have your hands down by your side, or maybe resting a hand on your heart or belly. Taking a moment to send a word of love into your heart. I love you. I trust you. You are beautiful and you are wise. Allowing your breath to flow naturally here. Finding your rest. Shavasana. Gently beginning to bring awareness back to your breath. Beginning to deepen the inhale, taking more air in, and allowing your exhale to fall out freely. As your breath continues to awaken, finding gentle movements of your fingers and toes. Maybe reaching the arms overhead or drawing the knees into your chest. Finding your way onto the right or left side. Pause here for a moment. And then beginning to make your way back towards seated. Keeping the eyes heavy or gaze closed. We could end in the same way with the heart polishing mudra, interlacing the fingers, placing them on your heart. Taking a moment to send gratitude. Sending it into your heart space. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide today along your exploration in this sacred practice of yoga. Remembering that as you walk off your mat and into the world today, that this space that you created is always available to you. That no matter what you are faced with, you are able to respond with love, with compassion, because that is what you are. And we'll take a cleansing breath together. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, release. And bringing the hands to heart center in front of the heart. We'll seal our time together with the unison of our voices, the sound of Om. If you would like to join in, take a breath in through the nose. Om. The light within me sees and honors the light within you. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys, online. Thank you.